Hey everyone, it is Tanya. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another speed build. Today I am back with another part of my Zodiac series where I am slowly going through and building tiny homes based on the 12 Zodiac signs, and I'm doing them in order on when they happen in real life. So we are currently in Aquarius season, so I am tackling Aquarius today, which falls between January 20th and February 18th. And if you're like me and you're not an Aquarius or you don't know an Aquarius, you might not know that even though this sign starts with the word aqua, it is not a water sign. It is an air sign. So that was a fun fact for me to find immediately because I was like, oh, Aquarius, let's put it on the water because it's a water sign. I was wrong. So that was the first thing that I learned, and I just looked up some various characteristics, such as stereotypical characteristics of an Aquarius, and that is what we're doing in this build, just like every other Zodiac I have done in this series so far. Obviously, this is not going to fit for every person that falls in this time frame of when they were born. It's just a really fun concept on getting some cool ideas for a Sims build. So what I went with here is a Sim who is a little bit eclectic, very passionate about activism in the environment and like bettering the world, and also has a interest in like the latest technology and sci-fi. I also went with a lot of blues in here because while this isn't an aqua sign, isn't a water sign, even though the first part of the word is Aquarius, aqua, the colors associated with this sign are blue and silver. So I did use quite a bit of that throughout this space. And I decided to build here in the world of Evergreen Harbor, which is the world that came with the Eco Lifestyle expansion pack. That's all about like bettering the world around you and, using cleaner energy sources and cleaning up the world. So I thought this was the perfect spot to do it. I am building on the minor mansion lot, which is actually quite a big lot. But I thought it would look really nice here, and because the surrounding world has a bunch of the shell buildings on it, I decided to just kind of put one of those on this lot as well, so it looks like there's two homes here, but that one doesn't cost anything. It's just a shell from Debug, and I decorated this tiny home to be for your sim, so ignore the stuff on the other side of the lot, but it made it feel like it kind of blended into this environment a little bit better. I tried to mimic what I was seeing in the rest of the world with the fencing, so I wanted to kind of put a separation for the 2 yards here and continue that around the back of the other house. And then I'm just getting a little pathway out to the back here as well. I do have some like gardening stuff back there, but not a lot because I didn't read anything that was specifically, they like gardening. It just kind of goes hand in hand with this world, and like bettering the environment is being a little bit interested in that sort of stuff. So I did include that. Also, this house does have wind turbines and solar panels as well. We also have a birdhouse out front, which I thought was really cute, and lots of greenery. I had a lot of fun with the landscaping on this lot, I'm not going to lie, and I really like the shape of this build. I think this world comes with some really cool architecture, and it's just stuff that I really enjoy. I love these like eco homes, so it was fun to build another one of these, but just getting some flowers and shrubs around here. We have some sunflowers, which I just thought looked really nice with the color of this build, so I'm adding some more yellow flowers throughout. I also got a bike because I was thinking that was a much more eco-friendly option for transportation, and technically one of the only transportations that we have in The Sims 4. We also have like boats and stuff, but we're not on the water here and we still don't have cars, but I sometimes will put those in builds, the like debug versions of them, just because it looks realistic and I like that, but it didn't make sense for this build. But anyway, we are inside now working on the floor plan. It's very small, so it doesn't take too much time to figure it out. Although I do extend the bathroom. Right now I have a 3x1. It's actually going to be a bigger bathroom than that, and that allowed the space to make a little bit more sense because I was definitely struggling with figuring out how to lay out this space at this point, and I will also be extending the bedroom out back as well to make sure I could fit a double bed. So anyway, in the kitchen space here, I thought it would be cool that it was like partially kitchen, partially like office space, so I did use some of these island counters, and I will be having like a laptop and stuff over there, which I thought was quite nice. And at this point, I really wasn't sure what style I was going to go for on the inside. At first, I just grabbed this cute couch from high school years, but I don't end up keeping that in the end. I just kind of wanted to use it because I thought it would look nice, but it didn't really fit with the sim I had in mind for this space. I did, however, use this beautiful blue floor tiling in the kitchen and in the bathroom, and I really, really love it. Of course, I wanted to use that because of the blue color scheme I had read about. I also got these blue upperhead cabinets, which I think are so pretty, and I connected a shelf between them to add some additional clutter right in front of this window over the kitchen space, and I just really like how this space came out. I think it's a really unique floor plan and a really cool looking space. So just getting some decorations up there. I got a little plant. I think we get some like plates and utensils for the stove and just like a couple of things to make the space feel realistic. Oh yeah, the cups. I love those from the clutter kit. I love all the kitchen clutter and all clutter, to be honest, in The Sims. I think it's so much fun to really make the spaces look lived in and realistic. So anyway, I'm adding my cutting boards here that I always have to add. I also added some spices and some utensils, although for some reason I feel like I get rid of those. Maybe I don't. I think I was a little unsure about them, but I did get some flowers over here in this beautiful yellow swatch because the yellow just pops so nicely against the blue, so I really wanted to include that. And then I'm getting a chair here for the laptop and a little rug in the kitchen as well to make it a bit more cozy. I'm also just scooting stuff around to make sure your Sims can actually use that corner counter to prep food, and getting a nice wallpaper in here as well. This one is from Parenthood. It's one of my favorites. I definitely overuse it, but it's literally the color scheme that I was going for in this house, so I kind of had to. I also made sure to put the phone here that is from the clutter kit because I was thinking they probably have the latest phone, so they keep it right by their laptop when they're working. And I also just really love that laptop. It's a base game one, and I feel like it's my most used computer in the game at this point. They also got a really big, like curved TV in here, and to go a little bit more with that like fun eclectic style, but still keeping it fairly neutral and in this like blue and silver color scheme, I decided to use that tiled table from the Pastel Pop Kit because it's just a really fun shape. It's a tiled like curvy table. And so I thought that would be fun to put in here without like going too far off the color scheme I was trying to stick to. And then I used this couch from high school years, which I almost never used because I feel like the swatches are a little bit odd, but I thought it worked so nicely in here with this blue. I also got a poof that I put under the end table there, and a really cute rug as well, which is from Eco Lifestyle. And then I grabbed a console. I ended up getting some like gaming controllers and that console and some like sci-fi stuff. So I think we have like some Star Wars merch in here and a couple of posters as well, because that was another thing that like the stereotypical Aquarius like sci-fi. So I did include that in here because it's a fun idea. I wouldn't have thought I want to have a sim who is really into improving the environment but also loves sci-fi and new technology. So I thought it was a fun concept for this home, and I really like how it came out. So I hope you will enjoy it as well. Let me know if you are an Aquarius, which of these things you relate to, which things you don't relate to. I'd be very curious to know. I'm having a lot of fun with this series. I think it's nice once a month to just like sit down and look through all of the characteristics of the current zodiac sign and put something together. So the next one we'll be doing, I believe, is, oh goodness, I want to say it's Pisces. When is Pisces? Let me look it up. I can't spell. Yes, the next one is Pisces, starting on February 19th. So if you have any suggestions that you would like to see when we tackle our Pisces tiny house, do let me know. I like to incorporate suggestions for these when I can, or try to avoid certain things and all of that. But overall, this is just based on the information I find online and a fun concept for builds. So it's not too serious. So hopefully everyone's okay with it and isn't upset if it doesn't like match them if it's their zodiac sign. I don't feel like my zodiac sign matches me, so I understand. Anyway, this is going to be the one and only bedroom. I definitely needed to add this clothing rack from Moschino because it sort of said like funky out there fashion. And that's what I think of the Moschino stuff pack clothes, especially that clothing rack. It has some really bright, fun swatches on it. So I thought that would be nice. And a different pop of color in this space since everything else is pretty much like blue. I also created this headboard using this decorative piece from Dream Home Decorator. I scaled it up and rotated it with tulle, and I just think it looks really cool. I really liked that. I also rotated that mirror from the pastel pop kit, got some plants in here, and I should be grabbing a bedside table as well to put a little bit of clutter on. And I also got those little lamps on the sides. I just think it looks really cute in here. And then just getting a rug and a mirror. It's a very small space, so there wasn't a lot I could do. Oh yeah, I also included like some space photos because that was another thing because of like the sci-fi interest and also like a little bit of interest in potentially going to space. I think one of the careers that I saw suggested was like astronaut, and I was like, oh, okay. I feel like that's a career you don't hear about in real life too much other than when you're in like elementary school and they're like, what do you want to be when you grow up? But in The Sims, that's very much a viable career and very realistic. Not that it's not in real life. I just feel like you don't meet that many people that that's their job. But in The Sims, everyone's got a rocket ship in their backyard, and I think that's so fun. So I did include like some space themed things in this house. We have a book. We have this lovely painting here from Base Game that I never put anywhere. I just think of like those early ads for The Sims 4 that made jokes about your Sims getting a romantic aura from that painting, and I just never use it. So I thought it worked nicely in this build. I also thought about adding like a rocket ship out back, but there wasn't really space for it. So I didn't end up doing that, but here are those planters. We also have a trash can, and I should be getting a table and chairs as well as a few places to sit down other than that. So we have like our little picnic table over here with an umbrella. I'm getting some more plants over there in the corner, and then I have a couple of chairs and a couch over here as well. Just lots of outdoor space. I even got a little picnic basket, which I thought was a really cute touch. And to go with that whole space idea, I made sure to add a telescope so your Sims can look up at the stars. But with that, we are coming to the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and click that bell to be notified when I upload. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, everyone.